KFUG radio personality Josh Goodman told a story on the air recently about Glenn's Bakery that, warmed our hearts. We took Josh down to Glenn's and had him elucidate.
Here we stand in front of Glenn's Bakery, a once great bakery, now just an empty shell, just a memory, childhood memories, adult memories. One I recall back, the year 2006. I was a newspaper delivery extraordinaire, just a young lad out on the beat delivering papers. I was out back waiting for my paper delivery, and I looked through the back window of Glenn's here, and this is the very window where we were caught looking in at Ray cooking. Ray Sr. baking all of his confectionery items. This very window I knocked on every single morning around 1 a.m. between 1 and 2. And sometimes he wouldn't hear me because he has hearing aids and he probably turns them off during his baking time. But I would always have to tap on the window, and I'd have to wait for Rory, his son, to be close enough to hear it, or for me to get a visual of them. But it would just be me here doing this. And sometimes I'd slide it open and toss the paper in so they'd see it fly across the room. There we were, me and a few friends spying through Ray's window, just watching him make and just being in awe of his mastery and his art and how he just worked with his hands, and he never, he did everything the old way, and it was beautiful to watch him. And after I'd say 20 minutes of spying on him through this little window, he finally catches us, and he gives us donuts. He gives us day-old donuts, and he tells us to come back. And then that turned into a thing. Every once in a while, he would get free donuts from him. And it turned out one day I saw him going and getting a paper out of the machine, and it prompted us to go talk to him about it. So we finally went over and talked to him and made a deal that we would give him a paper every single morning if he would hook us up with a bag of free donuts every morning. And he made good on his deal. For 3.5 years, I received free donuts in lieu of a paper. One particular other story I'd like to mention is on my birthday, around 3 in the morning, I show up in the back kitchen. At this time, I was already family. I'd go back there, and I'd sit in the kitchen and talk to them about whatever is on the front page of the paper, whether it was interesting or not. And Rory, his son, came up to me and said, "It's your birthday, right?" I had no idea he even remembered. He hardly remembered my name. I was just known as the paper boy. What he pulled out was a glazed donut that he had just dipped, and the glaze still dripping off of it. I had no time to even grab milk, coffee, what have you, even though I knew it was the best combination. I don't think it took me more than 2 bites to demolish that donut. Best donut I've ever had. Another fun fact, I was the last customer in the restaurant when they decided to close down. They had a book to sign, and I'm the last person signed in that book today.
What do you miss most about Glenn's?
I think just the feeling of almost another family. Memories.